Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you guys back here to the channel. So in today's tutorial, I am going to be showing you guys how to make a front pocket to a padded bag. So if this is something you would like to see, please stay tuned to the channel and let's go straight into the tutorial. So guys, the first thing you're going to go ahead and do is to cut out your fabrics, and you will determine the dimensions. So the dimensions of the bag you are making, the main body of the bag you're making, is determined by the dimensions of the front pocket. Sometimes it is 1 inches, 2 inches smaller on both sides, and 2 inches from the top. So I am making a bag that is 12 inches by 14 inches in width. So the measurement of the front pocket is 12 by 8.5 inches. So the measurement of the front pocket I'm making is 12 by 8.5 inches, while the width of the that's the wideness of the pocket is determined by you. You can use 1 inches, you can use 1.5 inches. So this belt that you're seeing here is a 1.5 inches belt. That is how wide I want the pocket to be. Now this other layer you're seeing is the flap of the pocket. So you also determine how much you want the flap to be on the pocket. So you can do 3 inches, you can do 4 inches. So I added 1.5 inches, half inches for stitching allowance, and 1 inches as the top, then 3 inches as the flap length. So that is like I cut out the flap at 1.5 inches plus 3 inches. That's 4.5 inches. So the length of the measure of the flap is 4.5 inches, and of course the width has to be the same width of the main body of the front pocket, rather. That is 12 inches. So this is just me cutting and putting a fastener on the inner piece. You could omit this one. It's not necessary to actually get an inner piece for your fabric flap, for your front pocket flap. It's not necessary, but I just decided to just give it an inner pocket so that it will kind of make it a little bit thick. The leather I'm using is thick, true, but I just wanted it to be a little bit thick. And you can also stabilize it with a chipboard, but because the leather is thick, I decided not to stabilize it with a chipboard. But in case you are using a light leather, you can stabilize it with a chipboard. Now this, what I'm doing right here, is I'm just trying to give the flap a shape. I don't want it to be all square. Don't mind me, my biro just decided to just start giving me headache. I went back to primary school here. That's how we used to do in primary school. If you are in Nigeria, you understand what I'm saying. If you went to public school, so you can relate. Anyway, so I went up by 2 inches and I went out by another 2 inches. Then I just make a slant line like that. Then I just cut it off. So you can make the flap square, you can make it round, you can make it anyhow you want it. But I just wanted it to have this fancy effect, this square slant effect by the side. So I'm just getting the middle so that I'll be able to connect this inner piece to the outer piece. Then I'll put them right side facing each other. Then I'll go and stitch. I'll go and stitch. Then I'll cut it out. Then I'll turn it inside out. So that is what I am just trying to do here. So after I stitch, this is what it looks like. You just go ahead and cut off the excess, and you just give it a notch so that the pointy edge will come out. You just give it a notch. I just hope you're seeing and understanding what I am doing. So you just go ahead and give it a notch like this, then you turn it inside out. So after you turn it inside out, you go back to your sewing machine and give it a top stitch so that it will relax. Okay, so you give it a top stitch so that it will relax. So thank you guys for tuning into the channel. If you are a returning subscriber, thank you for always coming back. I love you and God bless you. Thank you for always liking my tutorials. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sharing my tutorials. I love you and God bless you. And if you're just tuning into the channel for the very first time, please do well to click on the subscribe button and also the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post a new tutorial. Because on this channel, we have many more amazing tutorials to show you guys. We have many more amazing tutorials on the channel already. You can check it out and I'm sure you will learn one or two. And we also have many more amazing tutorials coming up. So I assure you, you won't regret subscribing to the channel. This channel is all about beginner friendly tutorials, well detailed and explanatory for a beginner, that even if you've never made a bag in your life, you could actually watch our tutorials and make a bag. So this is just me joining the side to the main compartment of the pocket. So you can join it wrong side facing wrong side, and you can also join it right side facing right side, then you go ahead and top stitch. So if you put a stabilizer on your pocket, you are going to be joining it wrong side facing wrong side. But because I did not put a stabilizer for my own, I decided to join it right side facing right side. Then I would turn it, then top stitch. So it is a two-way thing. If you're putting a stabilizer rather, if you're putting a chipboard, you are going to be sewing it wrong side facing wrong side. But if you are using a thick leather, then you are going to sew it the same way I sew it, right side facing right side. So this is the main body of the bag. I have went ahead and cut the dimensions. So this is just me trying. I am just going to go and fix my stabilizer. I told you the leather I'm using is kind of thick. So the stabilizer I'm actually using is a chipboard, not our usual carry board that we are used to on the channel. So if you are using a light leather, you can use your carry board or your Mako. All right, so I just decided to just give it a kind of this strong look. That's why, because the leather is thick. It's a two-faced leather. It's not as thick as a two-faced leather rather, but it's very thick. But I just wanted it to give it a kind of strong look. That's why I am putting the chipboard paper. So after you put your chipboard paper, make sure that where the lines are there. So you go ahead and put your gum so that you fold in the side, so that when you are measuring, it will be easy for you to get your dimensions other than the excess, because if you are measuring with the excess, it might be stressful. Okay, so you just go ahead and gum the side so that you would get the exact dimension of the bag. So you get the exact dimensions of the bag. So after I was done with getting my dimensions right, next thing to do now is to start marking. So I want the flap to be 1 inches from the bottom. I don't want it to be exactly on the bottom. I want it to be 1 inches from the bottom. So I just went ahead and make my markings, and I just connected my lines. So since the width of the pocket is 12 inches, and the width of my bag is 14 inches, so I have to remove 1.5 inches from both end. I will remove 1.5 inches from both ends so that I'll be left with 12 inches. Is it 1.5 inches or 1 inches? 1 inches, 1 inches. I think it's one inches. Yeah, I think it's 1 inches. So I remove 1 inches from both ends so that it will be 2 inches and then 12 inches. 12. Yeah, yeah. I'm right. So then I will now measure my 8.5 inches length wise this way. That is where the flap is going to be. The flap is above the pocket, right? So that's where the flap is going to be. Then I'll connect all my lines. Then I'll attach the flap first. So after I was done with the flap, this is what it looks like. So the next thing I'm going to go ahead and do is to use that line as a guide to sew the pocket. So I'm just going to be placing it on top like this. Then I am just going to be top stitching it all around, stitch it all around. So after I was done stitching, this is what the pocket looks like. You see our pocket has come together and it's lovely. So I'm just putting something inside so that you see how bulky it is, and so that it will help me as a guide to put my fastener in the right spot. So having done that, that is basically everything about of making of a pocket to a padded bag. Thank you guys for watching. If you stay to this moment, you are the real Odogun. Thank you for watching. Thank you because I know you learned one or two, and thank you because I know you've given me a thumbs up and you've also subscribed to the channel. Thank you. Thank you. So, and I hope you learned one or two. Please don't forget to say something nice in the comment section. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe and click on the notification bell so that you get notified whenever I post in new tutorials. And I hope to see you guys in my next tutorial, guys. And when I was done with the whole bag, this is what it looks like. It's a client bag, though I was just rocking it. So I hope you learned one or two. Don't forget to say something nice in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe and see you guys in my next tutorial. Bye for now.